Yo, Dan Larson here. Welcome to Synthesize Sunday 31, episode 31. And this week we are going to create this cool trappy lead sound. Okay, so this little musical part is from my latest sample pack for Niche Audio, which is called Essential Trap Drums. So this what I just showed you was a part of the demo song. So please check the kit demo kits. Let me show you what they are. So I used Sober, which is the last kit, I think. Yeah. So this is kit 15 in the pack. And as you can see, one rack is filled up with 16 drum shots. And because you can purchase the same pack and the same format for machine, of course, this is the maximum number of the drum shots what you can put in one rack in machine. So this is why I use only 16 here, but as you can see, we have 2 kick drums in every kit, 2 snares, 2 claps, 3 hi-hats, and 1 cymbal. These are a little more, you know, some kind of creative hi-hats, 2 snare rolls, which are basically smaller kind of snares for those machine guns snares, what I'm sure you know from trap music. And we also have 4 percussion sound. So this is how every rack builds up. Let me show you, for example, this third here. So as you can see, all of the sounds are at the same position, at the same place. So this is cool because you know, it is a lot easier to play with them. But anyway, let me show you the synth itself. So this is a cool bass sound, which is really, it is a lead, but it plays on bass notes. It's from Serum, like always. Well, not always, but in most of the cases, because Serum is a very, very cool synthesizer. So we have oscillator A and B. Oscillator B modulates oscillator A with a ring modulation. But this light metal is from Spectral. Here is light metal. So we have ring modulation, and oscillator A is a basic shape with some, I don't know what's this, some kind of squarey, sawy waveform on sync 1/2. So this modulates with ring modulation oscillator A. Let me show you without it. So it's not really cool, and this ring modulation brings out that growliness of the sound. So this was the purpose. I also added 5 voices unison and an all-pass filter, which, you know, gives some more middle frequencies to the sound. It just sounds cooler. And the real magic is happening at the FX section, because I have the distortion with some bandpass filtering and a phaser, which really forms the sound, really brings out the beast. Very cool. So I have bandpass filter before the distortion, and the distortion type is diode 2, and I have this phaser stuff here, and of course like an OTT after them. I have LD41, which modulates phaser depth and the cutoff frequency of the distortion plugins, what is bandpass filter, plus some very slight amount of oscillator A wavetable position, plus warp, and on oscillator B warping. This is very, very simple. and also very cool sound. But some more magic happens at the, what is that? Processing section. So I have a multi-bass compression plugin, which is just a preset, multiband compression preset for multiband dynamics plugin. So this is what I have. It's just, I just, you know, dropped it in. But as I use some reverb, very short reverb, I had to, let me show you without the reverb. It's pretty silly. I had to compress them. So the concept was to use a short kind of sound, because in this style, in trap, we don't want to use too long reverbs, too long tail reverbs, but that short tail needs to be compressed really heavily. So this is why I use a compressor after reverb. It's not too drastic compression, you know, as you can see the threshold is not pulled up really down low. But after it, it's another multiband dynamics plugin. I just tweaked with the settings. And another saturator to, you know, boost up the highs, boost up the volumes again. Another multiband dynamics plugin with some very slight compressing on both channels. And an EQ, because we don't want the very lows. As you can see, I use a different subtrack, and the very highs. Okay, and because you want to make the sound more rustier, just simply rustier, I use an overdrive plugin. And another saturator to give more volume to the sound. So this is all here, basically. This reverby compressing, well, very heavily compressing stuff is pretty, well, it's pretty important, especially for this style. Very cool. And on the groove, because I have two more, what are these instruments here? I use some more EQing on the mid side, some more compression, and more compression. But as they were, yes, these were only side chaining, so we don't need these. So one more glue compressor to glue up everything, and some more processing on the highs and on, not the highs, on the mids and on the sides, not highs, sides. As you can see here, side, middle, side, middle. So it's cool if you can treat the stereo information differently than the not stereo information, rather mono information. This is what the EQ does here. By the way, I don't know if you are very familiar with the multiband dynamics plugin. It offers so much. I've been thinking for making some, well, not very in-depth videos about this plugin, because it offers so much and it is so advanced. I use it a lot. So if you want, I just recommend you to drop a thumbs up and a comment, just to see if you are interested in that. It's really awesome. Okay, so this is the synth itself, and one more thing to talk about is the Premaster track here. What I did here is I routed all of these tracks, all of these instruments to this track, this audio track, by setting this drop-down menu to Premaster. So what it does is get the audio output of this channel, this sub, for example, and routes it to what I set here, and this, in this case, it is the Premaster channel. So I set the same on every track, and every group, I mean. Oh, sorry, here is the output Premaster, and on Sober 2 Premaster, and when we're done, we have this Premaster called audio track. I just click on in, and from this point, every sound will go into this, every track's sound will go into this track. And if I mute it, as you can hear, nothing goes out. So this is cool because you can use different processing on different sections of the sound or of the song, because as I told you before, this was a part of the demo song I made in Ableton. I just deleted all the other tracks to save CPU, but there were, I think, about 5 or 6 different short song parts here in the demo song, and this was the last one. This was only one, but it was the last one. And I like to, you know, process these short songs, which builds up the demo song at the end of the day differently. So this is why I use Premaster. So for example, this was section 6. I used a Premaster for that. I used a different Premaster, a different process on section 5, on section 4, section 3, 2, 1 for all the sub, the drums and synths and etc. This is cool because you know, you can fine tune the settings for every section for the demo song. And if you don't build the demo song but a full song, it is cool if you want to edit the intro song differently than the drop, for example. I think Barry Alive guys did the same, or showed the same in the previous, well, it was, I don't know, like a 2 years ago tutorial. And there's another advantage for that. If you want to use a reference track, like we have this heavy bass house demo song. So why is it good? Because you can reference your work without affecting the whole reference sound or the reference track by the master channel. So if you put anything on the master, it will affect and it will process your reference track also, and you don't want that. Obviously you don't want that. So this is why I don't use anything except the limiter on the mastering channel. And on the Premaster, I effect and process all the stuff what I just showed you here with the subsynths, drums, etc. But we don't affect the reference track. So if you want to use this method to, you know, like using reference in the mixdown stage or in the producing stage, you can do this. It's a really smart idea. So this is why I use this here. So I hope you enjoy this little tutorial today. And of course, like always, you can download the preset, only the synth preset, this serum stuff here from the video descriptions below. And if you liked my video and my tutorial, please drop a thumbs up and drop a comment. I like to hear your voice. And yes, this was all for tomorrow, and see you next time guys. Bye bye.